Hello, this is Spartacus here, and welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be talking about Black Ops 3 Zombies and pretty much my wish list of what I want in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Now, the gameplay you are probably seeing, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be seeing some Exo Zombies carrier gameplay from the Xbox One. I don't have it like on the editing software right now. I don't have any video showing right now, but you'll probably see some Exo Zombie carrier gameplay just because it kind of relates to zombies, but in Black Ops 3, not Treyarch zombies. So, but yeah, but of course Black Ops 3 is going to be Treyarch zombies. So I'm just gonna get right in my wish list. I'm probably going to forget a lot of good things that I'm just gonna forget or something. I don't know. I'm probably gonna forget some things, but I do have some things written down here, and I'm gonna read them out loud, kind of go into detail, and yeah, so let's get right into it. So the first thing in Black Ops 3 Zombies that I kind of don't want, actually, it's my wish list, so something I don't want is for the zombies to have thruster packs, kind of like you do in multiplayer. If you guys have seen multiplayer gameplay, you are now able to like have thrust packs and be able to run on walls and etc. and stuff. That different type of movement system, different than Advanced Warfare, but it is a different movement system than the classical that we've seen throughout the previous years. And I do not want this. I do not want zombies to have the kind of thruster packs, and nor do I want the actual player to have thrust packs. I want it to be a classical feet on the ground, just shoot 'em up zombies like we've seen in Black Ops 2, World at War, and Black Ops 1. Or I could just say Black Ops, whatever. But yeah, if you look at Advanced Warfare, they do have zombies, but they're called exo zombies, and the zombies in that have exosuits on, so they're able to like jump up in the air and dash to the side or whatever. I don't want zombies in Black Ops 3 to be like that. I want it to be the normal zombies that we've always had. They can walk on the ground, or like, they can crawl on the ground if they've got their legs blown off, and they run. I don't want them to like have some like super abilities where they jump high or something like that. I don't know, unless it's like unless it's an explanational reason, where if you look in Origins for Black Ops 2, that there's like this giant robot zombie, so that's kind of like an explanation kind of type thing. But I mean, that's a little bit different than what I'm talking about, like every single zombie. I just want normal zombies, no thruster packs. Not even the player has to have thruster packs. I do not want me to be running on walls while zombies are chasing after me. I want classical movement. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's move on here. So I want big maps. I want to see big zombie maps. I want like, if you guys think of Transit. Now, Transit was actually a pretty big map, but most of it was a bunch of fog you had to run through. And a lot of people didn't like that, and so therefore Transit wasn't a very good map to a lot of people. I personally liked Transit. I liked how it was a wide open map, and they had secrets in like the cornfield and stuff like that, like the Noctur and Toten, like right behind a cornfield or some Easter egg. That was pretty cool, I thought. Like how they implemented that into there. Yeah, Transit, where you could like move around into different locations. I thought that was really cool how they did that. I don't know why people didn't like Transit too much, but probably because of the fog. And the reason why I think they implemented the fog is because if without the fog, it would just be like the gameplay would be like totally laggy. It just wouldn't work out or something like that. But yeah, I want to see big maps. I want to roam around into different areas, not being in the same areas I always am. So yeah, I would really like to see big maps. Not only do I want to see big maps, but the next thing on my list here are scary. I want it to be a horror, like even on Black Ops 3 website, it says like for zombies, like a new horror story or something like that. I don't know. I want horror and scary to be implemented into zombies. If you look back in World at War, it was actually a pretty scary game. Like if you go to one of the multiplayer maps, I can't remember any of the multiplayer maps except for Dome. That's like the only one I remember from World at War. But if you go to one of the multiplayer maps in World at War, there is a map. It's like a asylum or whatever, and they're in the bathrooms. If you like just go into a private match in there and you have your volume turned all the way up, you will be able to hear whispers, and it just makes you get goosebumps and stuff like that. Like, and not only that, but zombies kind of had a scary feel to it in back in World at War. But as the next Treyarch titles came along with zombies, they just didn't seem as scary. I think Black Ops 2 was probably maybe the least scary zombies that we've seen. Like World at War was like the scariest zombies maps that I've seen, and I want that scary feel to it. I want it to actually feel like it's haunted in a way, even though I don't really want to use the word haunted because this is zombies we're talking about. So, I mean, I want a scary feel to these maps. I want to actually make it dark, make it like a dark maps where it's just scary. I don't know, just somehow make it scary for me because I think that's just something that's very unique that I think they could do. And as the characters as you play, and this can go moving on here in case you guys didn't know that, I should have said something, but yeah, the characters we play as, I want the original characters from World at War, I guess you could say, because they were in World at War for DLC maps. In Black Ops 1, the original characters, we got Richtofen, and we got Nikolai, we got Tank Dempsey, and we got Takio. I want those 4 original characters back. Now, there has been kind of like hints and details that the characters we'll be playing as are like star casted members, like they're actual like celebrities, I guess you can say, who are going to be playing as these new characters that we're going to see in Black Ops 3. So I mean, it does kind of seem like it's going to be that way, but then again, like a lot of people didn't like the transit characters. But the transit characters were actually pretty good. I actually kind of like them. You get used to them, and they're actually kind of funny people to listen to if you hear their quotes. But yeah, I wonder if the transit characters will return again. Misty, God, what's Rustman? I can't remember the other, Marlton, and can't remember the other guy's name. But anyway, I wonder if the transit characters will return. That would be pretty interesting. But I guess we might be getting new characters, but I would like to see Nikolai and all those original characters back. I think they are really interesting. But also, Treyarch was looking for someone who could play as a role as Richtofen, like they were going to do some trailer footage of him. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll have to wait till July 6th, I think it is, July 6th or 9th. In San Diego for Comic-Con. Believe it or not, in Comic-Con is when they're going to release the Zombies trailer at Comic-Con, and the people at Comic-Con are going to be the very first people ever to actually see this trailer. So I wonder if they're going to release the trailer on the same day, or maybe they'll wait a day later, but somewhere around there we will actually have lots of information about zombies, and I can't wait to find that out. So coming up next on my wish list, every single zombies map, including the DLC ones, we all know that they have Easter eggs. And by Easter eggs, when we say Easter eggs, we don't mean like these little hints, like those little object that's right here. Oh, this is obviously this is obviously from Star Wars or something. Like no, I don't mean like bringing something else into the map. I mean like the actual major Easter egg. And I think we all know what I mean, like where we know more information about the story and how it's going to continue. We have hints of what the next map's going to be, and so on and so forth. But though, if you remember Origins back in Black Ops 2, it kind of ended weird. The Easter egg kind of ended where we had a cut scene, and it was Samantha and Richtofen as like little kids, which is really confusing because Richtofen's like supposed to be way older than Samantha, but apparently they're both like playing zombie toys together or something, and like their Maxis, I guess, is their father or something because you hear his voice in the background. So I don't know. That was kind of interesting. Maybe the storyline will. I'm sure the storyline will continue. I can't imagine them moving on to a different storyline. I hope they don't. I hope they keep the same storyline, but they tie a lot of things together. How Origins, like why it's like that or something like that. But yeah, but the Easter eggs anyway. I want to do it in solo because in all the maps, all the Treyarch zombie maps, you had to complete the Easter eggs with 4 players. You had to do it with 4 players, except for Mob of the Dead. You could actually do it with 2 players, as long as someone was the character Weasel. And I believe in Call of the Dead you could actually do it solo. But I want every single map to I want there to be okay, I'm kind of stuttering here, but I want there to be a way to where you can complete it by yourself. But it doesn't have to be the exact same way as the 4-player one. It could be like in a different way as a single-player one. And another thing I forgot to mention, you could actually complete it Origins solo, which I totally forgot. But Origins is like such a hard map for me to do, and I can't do it. So, but yeah, I want them to make it where the Easter eggs can be completed solo or with how many players. Could be 1, 2, 3, or 4 players. So that's something I would like to see. And last thing I have on my list, I might actually add more, but I can't really think of anything right now. So the last thing on my list here is DLC zombie weapons. We kind of did have a DLC zombie weapons back in Black Ops 2. If you remember the third map pack, I can't even remember the third map pack name, but in the third DLC map pack for Black Ops 2, it came with the map Buried, but not only that, you got a zombies bonus weapon called the Ray Gun Mark II, which is basically obviously a Mark II of the ray gun. Only it's like a 3-round burst gun or something like that. I don't know. It's a very good gun, but not only was it a DLC weapon, you could play it if you had the Buried map. You could use that weapon on all the other maps. So you could play a different DLC map and still have a chance to get out of the mystery box and play it on there. Heck, I got the gun in Mob of the Dead and Pack-a-Punch because in Mob of the Dead it has a different Pack-a-Punch color and it looks really cool. I think that was a brilliant idea how they added DLC zombie weapon, the Ray Gun Mark II. And I would like to see that return in Black Ops 3. Not necessarily the Ray Gun Mark II, but just a zombies DLC weapon in general, that you're able to use that weapon on all the maps, the standard maps and the DLC maps. So, yep, that is pretty much all the stuff on my wish list. But I do have one more thing in mind that just came to me. Is game modes. Other than just surviving and doing the Easter eggs and all that stuff, we need something else. Like Black Ops 2, we had 2 different game modes they added. I think there's 2 different game modes. Technically 3. We have our normal survival, where we can survive as long as we want, do the Easter egg, whatever we want, right? And then there is Grief, which is actually 8 players, 4 players versus the other 4 players, and whichever team survives the longest wins, pretty much. It's actually kind of cool. It's pretty fun too. It's such a trolly way to troll people, and I don't know, man, it's just crazy. And not only that, do we have Turned. I thought was an amazing game mode. I loved Turned. I was like, if you remember when Turned first came out, it was on the first DLC map, on the map Diner. Yeah, it was on the map Diner. I was like topped 100 in the world because it was just so easy for me. Basically what Turned is like a reverse gun game, only in zombies. If you remember, if you know gun game in multiplayer, it's basically a reverse gun game in zombies. So I think that was just an awesome idea. And you get to play as a zombie too and try to attack the human, then so you could become human and try and win and earn as much points as possible. Love Turn. I'd always win. Like, it's very rare that I lost on Turn unless I went up someone just equally as good as me or better. So yeah, I was like top 100 in the world. I just love Turn so much. Such a fun game mode. Hopefully it returns in Black Ops 3, and hopefully we'll be able to see some new game modes, new and interesting game modes that will come out in Black Ops 3 as well. So yeah, this is pretty much it for the video, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating for whatever you guys did Please be sure to leave a rating for whatever you guys feel the video deserves. I have been kind of stuttering lately. I haven't really done a commentary in a while. I've been kind of doing the prestige videos and all that stuff. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed anyway. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more zombies content. Actually, I don't really have zombies content. I just kind of talk about the news for Black Ops 3. But I do a lot of multiplayer for Call of Duty. And pretty soon I might be doing a Minecraft series. So we'll just have to see about that. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. And I'll catch you guys next time.